Alright, here we are at the Jam Junction, and we got Studio 7 here, which is where Jambalaya practices. Just a quick run over of the studio. We've got a Roland jazz chorus over here, which is great for acoustic guitar. We've got the mini rack here that's got the effects, the power amp, and the mixing board. Got the MacBook attached up to the guitar rig. This is my setup here with the boomerang, a couple of pedals. I usually play through my classic PV Classic 30. We've got the keyboards, which is a Yamaha keyboard, going through Roland PA, and we've got a couple of seismic audio monitors that puts out about 1500 watts with the Blue Ice power amp. This is my secondary pedal board here. It's got some super chorus, acoustic simulators, noise suppressors, one of my favorite, which is the Proctavia for that Hendrix sound, the synth wah, and the Jam Man looper. This is my first guitar right here. This was the my Ibanez Custom. It's I had it taken over to Stevie B's and all the insides taken out and replaced with Joe Satriani's exact specifications, including the distance off the fingerboard and so forth. It's a really nice sound on the guitar. This other one's actually Bo Diddley invented this guitar, and it's put out by Gretsch, but it's the Gretsch Bo Diddley guitar, and it's got some nice electromagnetic pickups, and it sounds pretty good. This is my American Strat with a Roland synthesizer. It's nice because with a flick of a button you can go ahead and switch from E tuning to open G to D tuning. It also goes from electric guitar to 12-string acoustic, all with just a flick of a button. It's pretty nice. I did have the pickups taken out and Texas Special pickups put in, so on the in the mode that's not the synthesizer, it's a pretty hot sounding guitar. This is another Strat. This one has a Fishman pickup built into it, and I got this originally because I play at church, and a lot of times we go from one electric song to an acoustic, and it's hard to drop the electric and plug in the acoustic. We go from one to the other, and this I could just get the acoustic sound just by flicking a button there. This is a kind of an odd guitar. They stopped making them in the early 90s, but it's a Strat. It's a Japanese Strat. You don't see many of those. Most secondary Strats are made in Mexico, but this is what's called a photo flame, and it's a real Fender, Japanese Fender photo flame, and you can see the finish looks like it looks like a flame maple finish, but actually it's a photograph. But it's got it's a pretty nice guitar. It's got a good sound. It's got a good playability, and again, I got the pickups are Texas Specials. And this is my favorite. This one here is my Gretsch Thunderbird, and this was actually made for Billy Gibbons' ZZ Top by Bo Diddley, who was a designer, a great guitar player, but he also designed guitars. And Billy took some of the design, the body design, and then put his own hot pickups in there. It's got Tunamatics TV Jones pickups, which are very hot. It's got a real growl to it, as you can are used to hearing on ZZ Top albums. And it's a semi-hollow guitar. It's a very nice sounding guitar. I'd love to play it. And then I got my Flying V, my Gibson Flying V here. I don't play that too much. It's kind of hard and unwieldy without playing it with a strap, but it's got a nice sound to it. I like it. We got an old Rogers set here of drums. It's got a nice sound. It's a little loud for a studio, but I tell you, Vern Packer, our drummer, plays. He plays it really nice. That really picks up well and really helps everything sound great. Got an electronic drum set here as well. This you can control the noise level a little bit better. This is one of my digital amps. I mostly have tube amps, but this is the Line 6 amp. It's got twin 10-inch speakers in it, and it's nice. Has a lot of effects built into it. One of my favorites is the Mesa Boogie. I got a couple of these. This is a Nomad Mesa Boogie amp, tube amp. It's got a great sound and very warm and very loud. And wrap it up with my Marshall. This is a TSL 60. I got this probably about 10 years ago. This is one of the nicest sounding single stacks that Marshall made. It's an all tube amp, 60 watt tube amp, so you can really crank up the gain on it without blasting a hole in the wall, and it sounds really really good. It's a little too much for a studio, but you can turn it down and play it, but if you turn it up, it's great for a stage gig because you can really turn it up and it really rocks. I've got some other things here. I got a couple of Ovations. I got them in the case. Really like the Ovation guitar because it's a great sounding acoustic electric guitar. And let's see what else. I've got a Squier a jazz bass here, Fender. Phil plays that. I got 12 string. I've got a Fender Stratocaster. What do they call it? A Strat. It's a hollow body guitar. Don't play that too much. And I've got some other guitars scattered here and there. Really have too much. But anyway, just thought I'd give you that quick tour of Studio 7, and we're going to be playing here in a little bit, and we'll fill you in.